Hello KingFox fans, and welcome back to the KingFox channel. My name's Matt Conager, and I'm building a KitFox Model 7 STI, which is over here. You can see it right in there. Welcome to 2023. Hopefully this year will be a year full of good new videos, much like this one. And I think in the last video I may have told you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I'd just like to say it again because, well, I don't like to hear myself talk, but I do like to say those nice things. So hopefully you all had a good Christmas and a Happy New Year. So there's the third time. In this video, I think we're going to be getting into the vertical tail, or the rudder. So stick with me as we jump into the video and I start pulling parts. So let's get going. Alright, in the last video I put those 4 pulleys in, and you can see I got those 2 cotter pins sitting in there as placeholders. I'm just going to leave them in there because they're in tight. They're not going to fall out. I got the other 2 taped in there on the fuselage, and I'm just going to leave it like that. I do have a note in my book, and as not completed, and you can see it right here. It says not completed, install cotter pins. So I'm going to leave the completion date not filled in, and I'm going to move on to the next page. And here we go with the rudder. So I'm going to grab that, which I should have hanging up on the wall over here. I believe it's right over there behind the saw. So I'm going to grab that and get the hardware I need to get it installed. All right, on this page it says Standard Vertical Tail Assembly, Substitute Appendix B, Sections A through E, for steps 123 through 136 when installing the airfoiled vertical tail assembly. So I'm going to be skipping these steps right here, 123 through 136, and these 27 through 28 over here, and then again the next page 29 through 136, and I'm going to jump ahead to page, looks like 91 I have annotated here. I've got to ream these tabs out to 0.1875. Looks like I'll be able to hit these top sets with the drill, the middle ones not so much. Two down, can't get those 2. All right, got 4 down at the bottom to hit. Actually 6. It looks like I'll be able to get them all with the drill. Quite a bit of powder coating come off of there. These 2 in the middle will be fun because I can't get my drill up there, so I'll just do them by hand. Here we go. I'll probably just release that and give it a little spin with my fingers. Easier said than done. I'll be taking the rod ends and threading those into the vertical tail that's attached to the fuselage with a nut, basically a collar nut. It'll be So it'll be one of these rod ends, and there, excellent. A rod end and a check nut will go on there. Alright, I'm going to put this first one in, but these are, looks like there's some powder coating on there, so I'm probably going to have to get my taps and figure out the thread and run it in there quick to get some of that powder coating on there, because I can feel it getting tight after just a few turns. And the one in the center, I'm supposed to run it in all the way and then put the top and bottom ones in and then adjust the middle one last. So I'm going to see if I can figure out what the thread is on those and grab my tap. Okay, instead of trying to figure out what these threads are to get my tap ready to go, I've got these handy dandy little nut and bolt checkers that I got from Menards, which I don't think I have listed in the description below, so I'll have to put a link to those below. But I think I found 1/4 by 28 is the thread for this one. Seems to screw in there very nicely, and the nut also goes on there very nicely. So I'm going to assume that they're 1/4 by 28.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
So I'll grab my 1/4 by 28 tap and get into those holes a little bit. Okay, we'll get on this top one first. I'm going to put a little bit of cutting fluid on the tap here. And I imagine lining it up with the threads is probably a good idea, so I don't make new threads. So I'm going to carefully put that in there until I feel like I have no resistance from anything new. I'm not making any new threads. It seems to be turning pretty easily. Feels like it's threaded in there, so I'm going to continue. And I can see a little bit of material coming out. So there must be a little bit of powder coating in there, a little bit of resistance, and it's not threaded all the way through, so I'm going to take it in until I hit the back side here. Looks like I'm just starting to get into the back. I'm going to call that good. So I'm going to bring it back out and see if I can thread that rod end by hand. And I do have a little bit of, looks like some paint on there. So that'll be the powder coating coming off. I don't know if you can see, got a little bit of junk on there, but that's some of the powder coating that was in there. See if I can put this guy in by hand. Much nicer than before. And it's pretty much bottoming out there, so I'm gonna stop there and see what we can do with the next ones. About all the farther I can go with that, so I do have some good threads in there. Just need to get this started on there. Feels smooth. Quite a bit of gunk coming out of there. Out. Again, there you can see the debris on there. And now we'll go down to the bottom. Right there where you can't see. Quite a bit of powder in this one. Okay, that one's done. Alright, so in the interim, I'm going to screw this one in. Just clean that out a little bit with the air hose and the wire brush best I could get in there. Seems to go in there pretty nicely. Still a little bit of resistance, so I might have to get back in there one more time. Seems to go in quite a bit further, so I'm just going to back it out a little bit here and then check the instructions. The middle one says it's supposed to go all the way in and bottom out. So there it is.